Coming out is always a hard decision for people to make, and I think it's a process a lot of people resent because it seems to single gay people out for special attention in announcing something about themselves, which doesn't seem fair. But I think it is important because it allows people to not only understand you better, but allows you to be more free to be yourself. I came out at the age of 21 to my parents first, and then to the rest of my family and friends, and they were all very supportive actually. And then I went to the Royal Military Academy Sandhurst. I was there for 4 or 5 months, and although I wasn't out from day one, I was open and honest with people when the subject of girlfriends or boyfriends and love life came up. And I found it a very supportive place actually, amongst my platoon, which you're doing so and spending so much time with. That's the most important thing. And it was quite heartening that so many people were accepting of it in that sort of institution. After that, I went on to campaign for gay marriage, and I was involved in that campaign for around a year. And I felt it was not only important to change the law for its own sake, but also it sent a signal to wider society about gay people really being themselves. And I felt that if gay people didn't have equality under the law, and that their relationships weren't recognised in the same way straight relationships were, that couldn't really be the case. And so it was important for me and many campaigners that change was brought about, and I'm very proud of playing my small part in that. And now I work in PR, which is generally recognised as a very open, inclusive place, and in many ways it is. I have some personal examples of where maybe some people haven't covered themselves in glory when it comes to the subject of gay people and dealing with gay people. But what is important is that we don't lose sight of being vigilant. And even though PR is open and inclusive, leadership at the top and further down, it needs to remain vigilant to allow people who are struggling with being gay to really be themselves. I've seen some great examples of that across a number of places where I've worked in PR. But we've got to maintain that vigilance because it's very easy to become complacent. And so I guess my message repeats what a lot of people say, and what I think this book brings, is that it's important to be yourself, but it's important to be yourself with people standing by with you, allowing you to really be yourself and to be supportive of you in that. And I hope that leadership in companies starts to reflect what's becoming more common amongst society.